let's get straight to the highlights. Caitlin Clark teed off at 7 a.m. alongside Nelly Korda this morning.
Caitlin Clark.
She did not lack.
Indeed, Caitlin Clark's LPGA professional debut attracted a larger audience than some WNBA games during the regular season. NBA player Steph Curry's footsteps at the high-profile LPGA tournament, which included the Anuka hosted by golf icon Anuka Sorenstam. The WNBA Rookie of the Year took the course and stole the stage. In the midst of all the European League transfer rumors that have been circulating about Caitlin Clark because of certain grievances she has against the WNBA, the league has yet to learn how to treat a superstar. What does this mean for the future of women's sports? Caitlin Clark's obsession with golf is generating millions of social media impressions, but the WNBA has failed to capitalize on this buzz. Clark is taking her off-season to unexpected heights and getting celebrated by the LPGA, but the WNBA didn't even acknowledge it.
Thank you. Caitlin Clark brought her golf game to the LPGA Tour today, playing in a Pro-Am that attracted a bigger crowd than the tour often gets.
The Women's Professional Golf Association recently highlighted the leading figure in women's basketball and the quiet from. There is more noise in the basketball world than a missed buzzer beater. Let's analyze it. Fans flooded the tournament host's phone lines demanding a way to watch Caitlin Clark, who is known for her incredible basketball skills, switch her sneakers for golf spikes during an LPGA prom. This led to complete chaos. Even though Caitlin Clark's basketball to golfer revolution was not initially intended to be broadcast on television.
I wanted to come say hi and introduce myself. I play out here with Tour. I'm Maria. Thank you for being out here. It's very cool what you're doing for sports, kicking ass on and off the field.
The LPGA paid attention to the fans, unlike the NBA. Didn't just put her name on a press release. They made her the star of the entire event. There was no drama, no talk about toxic fans, and no complaints about her taking away the attention from professional golfers. It was all love, hype, and positive vibes. When compared to the WNBA's energy this season, where was this kind of treatment? With all of its resources, the WNBA hardly mentioned CeCe's amazing rookie season or her prom debut, but the LPGA treated her like royalty and understood her assignment.
One game where they spend 2 hours of their whole entire year has such an impact on their entire childhood, and I think that's really cool to think about. And that's the reason that you play. It's not because of the wins and the points you score. It's the amount of joy that you can bring people and the young girls that will one day grow up to hopefully, be whatever they want to be.
Can we take a moment to discuss the backstory? Fans weren't even going to watch this program on television, but after endless emails, phone calls, and smoke signals pleading for people to watch Caitlin do her thing, the LPGA finally said, "All right, let's give the people what they want and air the event surprise." It was an enormous hit, and fans are now left wondering if the LPGA can create a frenzy with a one-time golf appearance. Imagine what the WNBA could do with an entire season. Why didn't the WNBA take advantage of this same star power? Behind the scenes, a league with enormous potential is losing out on the chance to establish itself as a global brand and compete with its male counterparts. Caitlin Clark's golf debut wasn't simply a victory for the LPGA. The WNBA and everyone else were recently shown how to spotlight a star by the LPGA. So let's examine this. When Caitlin Clark made her golf debut, the LPGA made sure it was an occasion to remember. The LPGA acknowledged her star power, leaned in hard, and reaped the benefits. The WNBA, on the other hand, remained silent, and now fans are calling them.
How's it going? You've been seeing Nelly Korda do that over and over again for 6 holes now.
It's just satisfying. The way she hits the ball is just satisfying. It's pretty awesome.
Have you picked up anything, learned anything from her?
Caitlin was matched by the LPGA with one of the best golfers in the world, Nelly Korda. Currently, two of the biggest names in their respective sports are together in a move so calculated that it couldn't have happened by mistake. It's more than just a combination that makes headlines. The WNBA, the league that helped make Caitlin a household name, didn't even acknowledge the moment. No tweets, no press, nothing. This isn't the first time the league has been accused of underpromoting her, despite her incredible rookie season and the undeniable boost she brought to the Women's Basketball League's viewership. The WNBA still seems hesitant to fully embrace her as the league's face. Critics claim because they're too focused on spreading the attention evenly, even when it's obvious that Caitlin is the one bringing the crowds to the women's game. The contrast is evident. The LPGA turned Caitlin's appearance into a win for all parties involved, leveraging her crossover appeal to draw in basketball, golf, and non-WNBA fans. However, the LPGA lost a fantastic chance to honor one of its biggest stars and reach a wider audience. The LPGA saw it and seized the opportunity when the WNBA was still catching up. And Caitlin Clark is a star who elevates any platform she's on.
I used to run around golf courses and want to go to golf events when I was a young kid or basketball events, and it can really change their life if they can have one interaction with you. So just trying to make as much time as I can to sign an autograph for a young kid or give them a ball or give them a high five, because that goes a really long way.
The LPGA's numerous investments in Caitlin Clark's brand paid off, as she didn't just show up at the prom to finish the list. She came, swung, and left a trail of viral moments in her wake. Meanwhile, the WNBA remained silent after no one noticed, likely wondering if anyone would notice. Spoiler alert. We all noticed that the LPGA didn't just pair Caitlin with the best golfer in the world, Nelly Korda. Oh no, they saw Caitlin's star potential and said, "Let's put her with the biggest name in women's golf." That's marketing genius. People's social media went crazy when this happened, and suddenly, basketball and golf fans, as well as that random guy from accounting who still believes golf is only for old men, were tuning in. Meanwhile, the LPGA was doing cartwheels as their merchandise sales skyrocketed, and social media was lit up like a Christmas tree. At the WNBA, the vibe has changed completely. All season long, Caitlin broke rookie records and made viral videos. What did the league do to allow Asia Wilson and Angel Reese to harass her from the start of the regular season until the playoffs? Fans have been berating the league on social media and demanding an explanation for their actions or inaction when it comes to honoring CC's crossover. But there hasn't been a single tweet or even a "hey, look at Caitlin out there slaying on the golf course."
Record-breaking numbers women's basketball did during the NCAA tournament has trickled up to the WNBA this season as the league has seen unprecedented growth thanks to the emergence of a strong rookie class headlined by #1 overall pick Caitlin Clark. So WNBA released a report recently. Numbers are beyond impressive. Attendance is up 156% from last year, and more than half of all WNBA games this year have been sellouts. This year's televised games are averaging 1.32 million viewers, nearly triple last season's average of 462,000. Continuing, the WNBA's online merchandise stores already set a single-season sales record with more than 4 months left in the season, and sales are up 756% compared to last year. And the WNBA social channels garnered 157 million video views through the first week of the season, an all-time high and up 380% compared to last year. The WNBA also set an all-time high for League Pass subscriptions last month with a 355% increase versus last season.
Consequently, some claim that the WNBA doesn't wish to be biased. But if we're being completely honest, A player like Caitlin Clark, who is drawing attention and attracting viewers like a contestant on a reality TV show, demands a certain amount of promotional material highlighting that player. So you should be exclaiming it loud and clear. The LPGA understood, so they leaned in and suggested that Caitlin Clark be the main attraction to draw in the fans. You know what happened? Fans of basketball and golf became quickly friends, knowing that Caitlin's "I'm not a golf pro" moments would turn into a marketing campaign. When the WNBA pretended that Caitlin wasn't even present, the fans weren't amused. How is the LPGA handling this correctly? And we're over here treating Caitlin like a benchwarmer in her league? They asked. It was like seeing someone enter a party and start dancing right away, while everyone else stands there awkwardly, sipping punches with their backs to the wall.
This was the perfect opportunity for the WNBA to do, have you seen it when an NBA player or a football player goes to an NBA game or goes to wherever and they'll be in the comments or they'll just say something, something cute. This was the perfect time for the WNBA to also be posting about this. And they said nothing. And it just goes to show that all of us who have been speaking out about this and saying it doesn't seem like you guys are giving Caitlin, the kind of props that she deserves for bringing all these eyeballs and, the Caitlin Clark effect that we talk about, viewership, money, all of those things. All of the people who were shouting this for the entire WNBA season, this is an instance where we are proved correct.
It's time to reconsider the WNBA's marketing strategy, as both fans and analysts concur. How individual players are promoted by the league. Caitlin Clark, with her undeniable star power, represents a unique opportunity to bring more attention to women's basketball. The league can't afford to miss out on these moments anymore. If they don't lose Clark to Europe or the Middle East, one way to do that is by striking a better balance between highlighting individual stars like Caitlin and showing the collective talent of the entire league. This approach could expand the WNBA's audience without risking alienating other players. Looking at the LPGA's handling of Caitlin's prom debut offers a solid blueprint for success. The LPGA nailed it by using Caitlin's popularity to create a moment that transcended sports and attracted a new audience. That's the kind of strategic thinking the WNBA should adopt. Collaborations like this one could open new doors for the WNBA, giving fans fresh and exciting ways to engage with the sport. As Caitlin continues to rise, her influence isn't just limited to basketball. Her impact can elevate any sport she touches. The LPGA proved that with their prompt success, and now it's the WNBA's turn. They can use Caitlin's star power to advance the league, but they must act now. If the WNBA follows the LPGA's lead, they could see substantial growth in visibility and fan engagement. In your opinion, how does the LPGA's marketing masterclass compare to the WNBA's silence? Caitlin Clark is going to wake up. Call is the driving force. The level of women's basketball must be raised. Please share your ideas with us in the comments section below, and remember to like and to learn more. Subscribe.